Political violence is tearing at the very fabric of American democracy. And historian Jon Meacham warns that this crisis is far from over. Pulitzer Prize-winning author of The Soul of America, The Battle for Our Better Angels, Meacham finds recent events deeply unsettling, yet alarmingly familiar. When asked about the current state of America's soul, he didn't mince words. We are in a perilous moment. There's no fairy tale beginning or guaranteed happy ending in American history. But there are moments we wish to emulate, and this is definitely not one of them. Meacham explains that political violence in the United States often flares up when the nation grapples with a fundamental question. Who truly counts as an American? Who belongs in the collective we the people, or under the promise that all men are created equal? When there's no shared understanding or agreement on this, history shows us that violence tends to follow. And this week, that grim pattern repeated itself. On Wednesday, the sound of gunfire shattered the calm at Utah Valley University. Charlie Kirk, a 31-year-old conservative activist known for his passionate public debates, was tragically assassinated. By the next day, authorities had arrested 22-year-old Tyler Robinson, a local resident, as the suspect in the shooting. Kirk was a polarizing figure. He commanded a devoted following on the political right and played a significant role in organizing support for former President Donald Trump. At the 2020 Republican National Convention, Kirk famously called Trump the bodyguard of Western civilization. Yet, he also attracted fierce criticism for his fiery rhetoric. On his own show, he once declared, "The entire Democrat Party project is how quickly we can turn America into a third world hellhole." His death has sent shockwaves through an already deeply divided nation. In a conversation with Robert Costa, Meacham emphasized we cannot allow a society where political disagreement leads to gun violence. That's not the America we aspire to be. If it becomes that, then we are something else entirely. Is this really America? Meacham's answer is clear. No, it's not the America we want. Kirk's assassination is just the latest in a disturbing series of politically motivated attacks since last summer. These include 2 assassination attempts targeting Trump, the firebombing of Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro's residence, the targeted killing of Minnesota Democratic lawmaker Melissa Hortman and her husband, the murder of Israeli embassy officials in Washington, D.C., and the fatal shooting of police officer David Rose outside the CDC headquarters in Atlanta. When Costa asked if America is living through a uniquely volatile period, Meacham responded, "Absolutely. We are in a time when not only the methods of politics, but its very purpose are being fiercely contested." For Meacham, understanding the purpose of America is a critical challenge for both leaders and citizens alike. When we lose the ability to engage in peaceful argument, dissent, and debate, we break the fundamental American covenant, he said. This covenant means we can disagree passionately, but not turn on each other violently. So, what can political leaders do to uphold this covenant? Meacham believes the answer lies in storytelling and vision. Leaders need to clearly articulate what kind of country they want. History matters now more than ever because the present offers few moments we want to replicate. He points to pivotal moments in American history: Omaha Beach during World War II, the Selma marches across the Edmund Pettus Bridge, and the Battle of Gettysburg, as examples where flawed, ordinary people managed to forge a more perfect union. They weren't heroes in the superhuman sense, Meacham said. They barely made it through. Even if Americans today can only just manage to hold the country together, Meacham insists they must. If those who came before us could endure, then so can we. If we commit to a vision of America that embraces a more perfect union, values dissent, respects one another, and rejects violence as a means of political expression. But here's where it gets controversial. Is it realistic to expect political leaders and citizens to rise above such deep divisions? Or are we witnessing a permanent fracture in the American experiment? What do you think? Can the nation heal, or are we on an irreversible path toward more violence? Share your thoughts below. For more insights, visit jonmeacham.com. Story by Sarah Kugel. Edited by Chad Carden. Related reads, commentary by James Fallows on lessons from political violence. Sunday morning. Coverage on gun violence. Profiles and news on Charlie Kirk.